On a fateful day in South Africa's history, March 21st, 1960, hundreds of black South Africans gathered in the township of Sharpeville, peacefully protesting against the oppressive pass laws that severely restricted their movement and freedom. These laws were a cornerstone of the apartheid regime, a system designed to enforce racial segregation and discrimination. On that morning, the mood was a mix of defiance and hope, a stark contrast to the grim outcome that would echo across the world. As the protesters marched to the local police station, their numbers around 5,000 strong, their intention was clear: to present themselves for arrest in defiance of carrying the despised passbooks. The pass laws controlled where black South Africans could live, work, and travel, effectively curtailing their rights and dignity. The demonstration in Sharpeville was part of a broader campaign by the Pan-Africanist Congress, an organization committed to abolishing these discriminatory laws. However, what began as a peaceful demonstration soon descended into chaos. Police reinforcements had already been called in surrounding the protesters. As tension mounted, the crowd's chants grew louder, urging the police to arrest them. Yet the atmosphere turned ominous when, without warning, the police opened fire. It is said that the police continued shooting even as the demonstrators attempted to flee. In the terrifying minutes that followed, 69 people lay dead, and 180 were injured, most of them shot in the back as they tried to escape. The Sharpeville Massacre was more than a tragedy. It was a catalyst for change, both within South Africa and internationally. The news of the atrocity spread rapidly, igniting outrage and condemnation from across the globe. It marked a pivotal moment in the struggle against apartheid, awakening a widespread awareness of the systemic brutality of the regime. In South Africa, the massacre prompted a nationwide state of emergency and the banning of anti-apartheid organizations like the Pan-Africanist Congress and the African National Congress, driving activists underground or into exile. This relentless crackdown, intended to silence opposition, only forged a more determined resistance. Internationally, the massacre drew the world's attention to the severity of apartheid. It spurred the United Nations to pass Resolution 134, condemning the South African government's policies and actions. Countries began to impose economic sanctions, and the global anti-apartheid movement gained momentum. People from all walks of life and from every corner of the world rallied to support the movement for justice and equality. The massacre at Sharpeville stands as a stark reminder of the cost of oppression and the power of collective resistance. It underscored the desperate need for justice and equality, propelling forward the movement to dismantle apartheid, a battle that would see its eventual victory in '94 with the election of Nelson Mandela as the first black president of South Africa. Today, March 21st, is observed as Human Rights Day in South Africa, a solemn recognition of the sacrifices made in pursuit of freedom. In reflecting on Sharpeville, we remember the courage of those who stood against tyranny, and we honor their sacrifice by ensuring that such atrocities are never repeated. Through remembrance, we acknowledge the past and affirm our commitment to a more just and equitable future for all.